This is the story of the Battle of Thermopylae. In 480 BC, the Persian king Xerxes I set out to conquer the Greek mainland. His massive army marched through the narrow pass of Thermopylae, which today we know as the Hot Gates. Only a small force of about 7,000 Greeks led by King Leonidas of Sparta stood in their way. For 3 days, they held off the invading Persians, buying time for the rest of the Greek city-states to prepare their defenses. On the 3rd day, however, a Spartan soldier named Ephialtes revealed the secret passage through the mountains to the Persian king. So the next morning, while the Greeks were still asleep, Xerxes' army took a detour and came upon the Spartan camp. Leonidas gathered his men and told them it was time to die. He let the old and wounded soldiers go, but most stayed with him. About 150 pairs of lovers also stayed, choosing to die together rather than live apart. With only about 300 soldiers left, Leonidas led them out of the camp to fight. He knew that they couldn't win, but he wanted to make the Persians pay dearly for their victory. The Spartans fought bravely, killing many Persians, but they were outnumbered 10-1, and when their shields and armor began to get damaged, they had no hope of winning. One by one, they fell to the Persian arrows, until finally, when Leonidas was killed, the surviving Spartans retreated into the hills, leaving behind their weapons and their glory. Although the Spartans lost the battle, they won the war because the other Greek city-states were able to prepare their defenses in time. The narrow pass of Thermopylae had bought them enough time to do so. So even though the Spartans lost, they are still considered the heroes of Thermopylae. After the battle, the Persians continued their march across Greece, burning and destroying everything in their path. They sacked the city of Athens, but they didn't find any treasure there because the Athenians had hidden it all before the Persians arrived. The Persian king was furious, so he ordered his soldiers to burn the entire city. But even as they were doing so, the treasure they hadn't found, it started to rain. And when it stopped raining, the ground was covered with gold, silver, and precious jewels. Xerxes was so angry that he ordered everyone who had taken part in the sack to be put to death, except for one man. That man was the leader of the Persian navy, and Xerxes let him live so that he could hang himself. So what's the moral of this story? Even if you're outnumbered and outgunned, never give up. The Spartans didn't have a chance of winning the Battle of Thermopylae, but they still fought bravely until the end. And that's something we can all admire. If you want to hear more epic stories like this one, stay tuned.